for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands out to the side, palms down. Push through the right heel, lift the hips into the air. Whoa, hamstring cramp. And then tilt the pelvis to the right. So I'm having a little cramping taking past in the hamstring here. If you're okay, come into that twist onto the right side. If the hamstring cramps, you simply straighten the legs. Palms face up. Bring back the mantra, I relax even more. I relax even more. Inhale the head to the left. Feel that in the neck. I relax even more. Breath, relaxation, letting go. Breath. Inhale the head to heaven, eyes gaze up. Exhale the head to the right. Inhale the head to neutral. Gently uncross, extend the legs. Shavasana. Let go. Let go into corpse pose. There is no need right now for any tension in the shoulders. If there's any tension in the low back, simply bend the knees and bring the knees together, feet apart, TP pose, or bring a bolster under the thighs. There's no need for tension in the low back if you don't need it right now. Release the tension from the back of the neck. If the back of the head needs support, gently bring some support to the back of the head. The jaw, throat, and tongue don't need any tension right now. They can let go. And then if you can, the most challenging part of the body to relax are the eyes. Let the eyes become soft and still. If any images or thoughts erupt into the mind's eye, relax. Just relax. Relax the brain. The eyes are part of the brain. Relax the eyes, relax the brain. Now, if you like to linger in Shavasana, you can. Stay here as long as you like. If you're transitioning, bending the knees, roll to one side. And gently press up. Come into your comfortable seat. Whatever that feels like, looks like, doesn't matter, as long as it's comfortable. Notice the back body, neck, upper back, mid back, low back. Notice the legs. Namaste. Thank you for turning out. See you next time. All right, welcome to Yin Yang Yoga tonight. So we're going to be working on the back of the body, shoulders down to hips, low back, mid back, upper back. But also let's hit the upper limbs in all directions. Quadriceps, hamstrings, adductors and abductors. Have a strap handy. If you have, blanket would be good, or a towel, maybe a bolster, and a block or two. And let's start our first pose on a block. And we're going to start in shoelace pose. Now, some people won't need the block for shoelace pose, but some of us will. Take your left foot underneath and back beside that right hip. So you've crossed, and that left knee points straight out in front. And then take right knee over that left knee. So we've crossed the knees, and the feet may or may not like to come back too far. My hip flexors are having an adverse reaction to this second cross. So you'll notice that I extend that right leg back out to relieve the pressure. And then I'm going to try and cross it over again with a little less expectation. So my right foot right now, my left foot are back to the side of the body, right knee on top. And the reason I sit on a block is to get my hips square, or the sit bones nice and balanced. So find that equal weight on left and right sit bones. And then breathe it in. Breathe in through the nostrils. And you can exhale through mouth or nostrils. And as you breathe in through the nostrils, be conscious of the sit bones pressing down into your block. And as you exhale, lengthen through the central axis of the body. So the spine lifts up, the heart lifts up, the throat lifts up, the crown of the head lifts up. So there's a sense of really trying to find your posture here with those knees crossed. So we're just working on the outer hips, the adductors. And at any time you feel like your feet might like to come back further, you can adjust. Like I said, mine are a little prone to cramping in the hip flexor right now, so I've got a very modest shoelace pose. If the bottom knee, that left knee, doesn't touch the floor, you can invite a blanket or a cushion underneath it so it's supported on something. So as you breathe it in, focus on sensation. Focus on relaxing the shoulders, the face. And let the breath start to move towards a soft, easy breath, a meditative breath. Allowing the breath to calm down. And then grab your strap. Take the strap into the left hand and dangle it behind the spine. So left elbow is bent, strap is dangling behind the spine. So you feel a stretch sensation in the left rib cage. This will also ask the core of the body for a little more stability here. There's a temptation to fall backwards here. So keep the head against that left hand and let the right hand reach up, grab the left elbow and position it a little more closely to the back of the skull. So there's a sense of both rib cages lifting as you hold that left elbow with the right hand. So there's going to be a little more core demand here. And then take that right hand out to the side, bend the elbow, hand comes down towards the ground and reaches back for the strap. And create a modest grip. In other words, not too much sensation in the right shoulder. Just look for a modest grip there. Slow the breath down. Now, if you find this is too much, drop that right hand down a little lower. And over time, if you feel you might have a little more space, bring that left shoulder bone back a little and the left elbow closer to the head. And then the right shoulder bone can come back and the right hand can creep up the strap towards the left hand. They might be touching, they might not. Now this might generate some warmth in the nervous system, in the body. So use the breath to keep you tranquil. So focusing cyclically between breath, sensation, and relaxation. So keep cycling through those 3 meditations. Breath, relaxation, and sensation. Gently release the strap, bring the strap to one side. Let the arms dangle beside you, palms face forward, shoulder blades gently squeezing. And notice the lingering sensations as the shoulders rebound. Now take both hands into the belly and scoop the belly in and up, and then hinge forward and bring your fingertips gently to the floor beside you or in front of you. If for any reason the hands don't reach the floor, consider bringing a block or something for the hands to rest on. Now once again, I'm starting to feel that left hip crease speaking to me. So I might stay in this modest forward fold. If, however, over time you feel that you could walk your hands further away and let the head come down towards the knee, allow yourself to feel that extra sensation. So once again, looking for sensation, appropriate sensation, not too much. Tranquil breathing. And then ease, relaxation. You might even drop the chin here so the forehead comes towards your knee more. And you might feel this letting go the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Big stretch in the low back here and that right outer glute. Gently walk the hands back. Uncross the knees. Stand the feet on the floor and just grab your hands around your knees. Come into campfire pose. And just notice the lingering sensations after we let the shape go. So this is a big part of our yin, is giving the body time to settle. So constantly yoga is churning, stirring up sensations and breath. And if you give it time to settle in between, you start to feel this truth that the Buddha once spoke when he said, "This too shall pass." So we have this sense that when we let go of the intensity, we just wait and the calm returns after the storm. Let's go the other side this time, bringing that right foot back first so the right knee points straight ahead. Reposition the sit bones. Here I go again. It's straight into it. So those hip flexors. So again, I'm going to do a modest shoelace pose. My hip flexors are really feeling this straight out of the gate. So I'm giving time for the spasms in the muscles to settle. So if there's cramping, you can, like I said before, you can extend the leg out to relieve the cramp, or you can allow it to simply settle as the body settles. Now look again for your posture. Become conscious of that paradoxical movement. As you inhale, the sit bones drill down into your seat. And are they equally weighted? See if you can bring them into equal weight. And as you exhale, you feel the middle of the body lift up. You feel the top of the head rise up like a helium balloon, and the neck like a piece of twine just allows the head to float upwards. Heart lifts up. So there's this upward draft inside the body. And then grab the strap in the right hand. Bend that right elbow and dangle the strap down the spine behind the back. Feel the stretch in the right rib cage. Feel the head pressing against the hand. So there's a tendency here to let the head bow forward. But we want to start to train the head to hold its position, hold its regal position above the shoulders, not curtailing, not bending to gravity, not collapsing. The left hand can grab that right elbow and start to position it a little more towards the back of the skull, so there's a little more intensity in the ribs, both rib cages this time. And you can feel that strap dangling back behind the spine. Now to complete the mudra here with that left hand, bend the elbow, palm down, and reach back for your strap. And it might be a different symmetry on this side of the body. You might find the hands come closer or further apart. And the reason for that is simply the habitual way we use our shoulders. Right-handed people, left-handed people, different symmetries. Sometimes it can be genetic or injury prone. Over time, explore bringing that right shoulder bone back and right elbow up, and left shoulder bone back, and the hand can creep up closer to the other hand or not. And once again, this might generate heat in the face. So make sure you keep the breath cooling, the body down. Relaxing the face. And then gently release. Palms face forward. Feel the lingering sensations wash through the shoulders and arms, down through the hands. And as those lingering sensations begin to fade, scoop the belly in and up, hinge forward, and rest the hands onto the ground in front of you. So the arms just propping you up. As the body releases, the hands might walk out a little further. And over time, further starting to let the shoulders, mid-back, and even lower back starts to traction out. And if you drop the chin towards the chest, if you round the back by dropping the forehead towards the knees, then the neck releases as well. So that whole area from the knees to the shoulders to the neck, all releasing as you hold shoelace pose with this forward bend. And then gently walk the hands back. Allow the knees to uncross. Come back to campfire pose. And then come off your block. Come off your block. Grab your blanket or your towel. Create your burrito shape by folding the outer edge to the center, and the center rolls over to the outer edge. Get your nice little sausage-shaped blanket or towel and bring it behind you so that you can sit on the edge of that towel or blanket with the pelvis slightly tilted forward. And just for now, have the legs in an easy split pose. So the back of the legs start to let go, the hamstrings, the calf muscles. So not too much intensity here. In yin yoga, we call this dragonfly pose. So it's just a modest pose at the moment. And then we're going to divide each adductor. So from the internal thigh down to the knee, we're going to split that up by bending the right knee and bringing the right foot in towards the left extended leg. If your hamstrings are tight, if your calf muscles are tight, and you feel already this is more than you're enjoying, take a block and bring it under that left knee. So the left knee is bent but supported. So even though my hamstring is fine, I'm going to pretend it's not. I've got the block underneath my left knee, giving that left knee a slight bend. Grab your strap. bring it over that left extended foot. Scoop the flesh from the left side of the belly and hinge forward. So you've got that nice forward hinge. So with the knee bent and the strap, I have a lot of choices. The further I move towards the foot, the more I feel this in the back of the hamstring and the low back. Now, over time, you might find you can move further. You might even find that your hands grab the foot with ease. If your hands grab the foot with ease, that would be a time to move that block out of the way and push the left heel further away from you. So in this half dragonfly pose, work on curling the toes back and coming further and further forward. And we're going to play a little bit with the head position here. I want you to really feel the difference of sensation that you feel in your body simply by the position of the head. So far, my eyes are looking past my foot, so my chin is away from the chest. This is called a forward hinge. I have plenty of sensation in the left hamstring, left calf, and right low back. Now drop the chin down towards the knee, and as you do, walk your hands a little further down the leg, and then lift the gaze up. So practice that for a moment. Drop the gaze down, drop the chin, and then lift the gaze up. Lift the chin. So this little movement at the other end of the spine affecting the sensations at the other end and into the leg. Now, if you have super flexibility here and your hands go past the foot, you can bring a block at the base of that foot to wrap your hands around the block. It's not what I have, so I'm going to stay happy with just holding. Notice the impact on the breathing here as we hold this position. Can you let the breathing become tranquil, easeful, restful? And then gently walk the hands, release the shape, walk the hands up the leg. Let the hands slowly bring you back. Be sensitive and cautious to the low back here as you lean back into your hands. You might even come off your blanket for a moment and just let the sensations linger. And in your own time, bending that left knee. I think I'm muted here, so I'm going to unmute myself. Not sure what happened there. Everybody can hear me again, I hope. For some reason, my machine went a little funky. So I'm back with the program. So let's reposition the sit bones. The edge of the blanket or the towel pelvis tilted forward. Let's come into a modest dragonfly and notice left leg versus right leg. Is there a difference? So after all that time feeling into that left leg, let's bend the left knee this time, and as you do, bring that left foot in towards the right leg. You have your strap handy. Let's hook up that right foot, toes to heaven. Scoop the flesh from the right side of the belly and start to hinge forward. Always start modestly. And once again, I'm going to assume I have a tight hamstring. I'm bringing the block underneath that right knee. That bends the right knee and gives me a little more distance down the strap. And you might feel your rib cage against your right thigh. Curling the toes back. Giving yourself time, your body time to relax and release. And this might be a good time to check head tilt. What happens when the chin drops and you drop your forehead towards the knee? You might find you have a little more range of motion to reach down towards the foot. Lift the chin up. Notice how that affects the sensations. Drop the chin down. Walk the hands, plural, towards that foot. And look for your optimal sensation here, where you can feel hamstring, calf muscle, low back, even the back of the neck if the chin is dropped. Allow yourself to soak in all the sensations you're feeling. Delicious discomfort, not pain. Hands can always walk further down as the leg releases. And the breathing becomes more tranquil. Gently walk the hands back up the leg, slow motion. You really want that low back to take its time to rebound as you come off your blanket or towel and lean back into the hands. Close the eyes as you feel the sensations echoing until they become silent in the body. And just check in with your body, how it's feeling after that work. Let's come into a side position, laying on your side. Use your forearm to support you. Your blanket can come out of the way right now. Your head can rest on your bicep and simply straighten out the legs for now and feel the low back after all that forward bending. Take your top hand down onto the ground next to your chest. We're just going to do a little bit of crunching here as you bring that right elbow and the top knee together. You just create a little crunch there. Right elbow, left knee, and then you straighten back up and bring the head back down. Let me demonstrate that again, or you can come straight into it. Right elbow, left knee, head comes towards knee. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, that left hand just holding you steady. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come back, hold that, and bring your right forearm onto the ground so your head comes up. Straighten the legs, left hand to left hip. Curl the toes back, lift that hip off the ground, and then come on down, and then lift, down and lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lay back down and bring that left knee up. Grab the left knee with the left hand. Slide the left hand down to your ankle. Grab your ankle or foot. If you cannot reach the foot, use a strap around the foot and hold the strap. And the goal here is to try and bring your top knee and your bottom knee together. And you're in a nice straight line. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, all in a nice straight line. Bring the left shoulder back, arch the back, push the hips forward, and you feel that stretch in the quadricep. So the quadricep works really hard if you ride your bike, if you're going up and down stairs. Just feel that quadricep release. If your quad is open, you can always roll onto your belly and support your head on your forehead. And this is also going to help release that hip flexor. So my hip flexor, which was tight at the beginning of the class, is going to enjoy this release. Now you can turn this into a little core work here by lifting the gaze, lifting the knee, lifting the thigh, and lifting the right hand. So you come into some deep back work here. So you feel that. And that's going to stretch the quad. So it's going to stretch the hip flexor, but it's going to work the low back. Rest the head. And release that foot. Come back onto your right side. And we'll do 10 more hip crunches here, where you bring that left knee and right elbow together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come up onto your forearm, hand on hip. Let's do 10 hip lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and other side. All right, so there's a little core work we threw in to help support the back, to help stabilize the core. Coming down onto that left arm this time. Body in a nice straight line. And let's just try the stabilization here as that left elbow, that bottom elbow, comes towards that top knee. So you kind of come into a little crunch. So there's a nice stretch in the back. Your abdominals work here. And then straighten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. One more. 10. Now we're going to come up to hip raises. So prop yourself up onto that left forearm if you can. Hand on hip. And then lift the hip up. 2, 3. Preferably not touching the ground with the hip. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back down, rest your head on your forearm. Bend the top knee and slide your hand down the knee, down the shin. Grab your ankle, grab your foot. If you need a strap, grab the strap. Hook it around the foot so you can hold that foot behind you. We need to get into the quadriceps, the hip flexors. They get very tight. Start to create your back bend by bringing the top shoulder back, the top hip forward, so you feel the quadricep and the hip flexor stretch a little more. Ideally, the bottom knee and the top knee getting as close together as you can. So plenty of sensation here in the quadricep. Let the breath become tranquil as you feel the stretch sensations. All right, let's roll to the belly if you can. Keep holding the foot. That might add plenty of sensation. That may be all you need. If you'd like more sensation, You can start to lift that knee off the ground, lift the head off the ground, extend the left arm out, hold the back bend, and feel the stretch sensation in the quadricep and the hip flexor as you reach out. Breathing through all that intensity. And then release that quad. Come onto your side once again. Let the stretch sensations echo out of the body. And then we'll repeat our core sequence here. Stabilize your balance here with the right hand down in front of the heart. Left elbow to right knee, crunch. 1, crunch. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling as you crunch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 10 hip lifts. Right forearm. Lift the hip up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on to your back. Come on to your back. If you'd like a towel or a blanket under the head, do so. Let's bend the knees, stand the feet apart, knees together into TP pose. Feel your back, feel your neck, feel your shoulders. And let's come into a deep twist here. Right knee over the left, flop the shin. Reach the arms over the head just for a little shoulder stretch here. Palms face the sky. Allow that shin to flop. Exhale, turn the head to the left, modest twist. Feel the neck. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, the head to the right. Inhale, neutral. For 3, 2, stop the flop. Bring the hands out to the side, 90 degrees to the shoulder, palms face down. Push down through that left foot, lift the hips into the air. Now tilt the pelvis to the left, knees to the left, and come into your lumbar twist. Rotate the hands to heaven. Inhale, eyes to heaven. Now, as you breathe it in, feel any tension in the body, particularly the hips and the low back and the shoulders. And as you exhale, Gently repeat the mantra, I relax even more. Inhale, I relax even more. And feel your shoulder, hip on the right side relax even more. The next time you chant, I relax even more, gently turn the head to the right. Keep the chant going with each exhale. I relax even more. I relax even more. So keep this paradox alive in the body. The paradox of twisting and relaxing. Usually when we twist, the body tenses up. It wants to stabilize the spine, which is a good thing. But as you breathe out, invite the body to relax even more, so you can enjoy the twist even more. Keep the twist. Inhale the head to neutral. Eyes to heaven. And as you exhale, gently turn the head to the left.